Hi, I'm Katie. And I am a teenage girl. Surprise. Yeah, not so much. I'm just one small member of a rather large group. The last US census put our number to around 20 million. For some perspective, that's a group of girls larger than the population of Chile, or Greece, or Belgium. And those countries have teenage girls. We're like bacteria, we're everywhere, except with lattes and high-pitched screaming. You know what I'm talking about? It's heard generally in cafeterias and concert halls. I demonstrate, only I'm a little bit scared I'd blow out the mic. So I have to demonstrate my enthusiasm in a less ear-splitting manner. I'll just say that I'm really excited to be here, to give my talk, give my story, and share with you how you can defend and protect teenage girls. See, throughout the past few years, decades, centuries, teenage girls have been ignored, demeaned, and threatened. We've been denied a voice, an education, and sometimes our lives. It's a constant battle. See, we're told constantly that our presence is barely tolerated, that society is waiting for the day we grow out of our youthful exuberance and into a more subdued, culturally appropriate personality. I think it has something to do with taxes and taking our coffee black. I don't know, actually. But I do know we're told to put down our neon eyeliner and pick up some real classic literary canon. You know, I'm talking about the ones written by middle-aged men who describe women like meat at a feast. Anyway, sorry, bad call. I think I'm sick of it. I am sick of our accomplishments and interests being minimalized and demeaned. I think that we do incredible things. I mean, we've done some cool stuff for the world already. We invented science fiction with a novel about ambition, arrogance, and scientific discovery. Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, 19, awesome. And if you want to talk to somebody who stood up to the Taliban and the United States, all while standing up for her fellow citizens, look no further than a 17-year-old girl named Malala. So awesome. And then there's a girl in high school who then at 17, her name was Angela Zhang, decided she was going to work on the cure for cancer. Because, and I'm paraphrasing, why not? And then there's my friend Kiana, who takes the best selfies of any person I've ever seen. I think it has something to do with camera angles or lighting. I think she's made of magic. What I'm getting at is that we've done quite a lot, and we have a lot to offer the world. Individually, we've created technological advances. We have created great art, and we have sparked social movements. Together, we form the backbone of popular culture. We've propelled artists like the Beatles into stardom, and we have created classic music of our own. We have written novels and devoured thousands more. In our tender youth, we have created technological journeys that have changed the world. And the rest of us have adapted those into our lives at an unprecedented rate. In this awkward, really awkward period between childhood and adulthood, between naivety and world weariness, teenage girls exist in a state of boundless enthusiasm, endless curiosity, and open-heartedness. I don't think it will ever stop amazing me. So I have to ask myself and my fellow girls, the culture I live in, the writers of my media, the teachers in my classrooms, why do we persist with our disdain for the interests and loves of adolescent girls? Why do we hate each other? Why do we hate ourselves? When I see this on Family Guy, on Twitter, on blogs, in classrooms, in the hallways, I hear it in podcasts and conversations, and I feel it like an open wound on my heart. It's been this since I first started looking around. My own process of opening my eyes was a long one. Like a really, really long one. Like waiting in the line at the DMV long. Just endless. I entered adolescence proudly declaring myself not one of those girls. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I listened to The Who. I didn't like the Jonas Brothers, and I laughed at the girls who did. I wore Converse sneakers, not Uggs. Band shirts, not crop tops. I read T.S. Eliot, not Twilight. I did not wear makeup. I barely brushed my hair. It was embarrassing. And I laughed at the elaborate beauty rituals that the other girls engaged in. I hung out with the guys. The girls, they had drama. They were superficial. They were vain. They were vapid. They were obsessed with fads. No, not me. No, I was different. I was not one of them. Thank God I shut up and grew up. Oh my God. Because that was horrible. And I'm embarrassed to share this period of callous cruelty with you all. But I feel I should. Because I have a little sister that I love so much. And while I grew out of this period of intellectual snobbery and internalized misogyny, I fear for the day when she grows into it. Every girl I know has had this mindset. Where in the battle of growing up, instead of taking arms and banding together with the people that we know that are our sisters, we instead turn our aim on each other. Too many have been felled by friendly fire. Too many relationships have been casualties. Too many girls hate other girls and hate their reflection even more. I regret every meaningful female relationship I sacrificed. I regret every unkind word, every elitist thought, every time I nodded along to some sexist boy in my media classroom who said some stupid thing about girls so I could come off as one of the cool ones. I remember every day I couldn't look in the mirror. I wish this was uncommon. 11% of adolescents are going to report suffering from depressive disorder. Girls are more likely than boys to suffer from this. 86% of eating disorders develop before the age of 20. Women, again, make up the majority of this number. Anorexia nervosa has a mortality rate 12 times the average for girls ages 15 to 24. Only 1 in 10 are going to seek treatment. It's hard to talk about this. Every girl is bombarded with negative messages, telling her that her mind and body is inadequate, and then she is shamed for concerning herself with these so-called improvements, so we keep it inside and we stagnate alone. Society has become obsessed with making the time spent in adolescence for girls as short as possible, and that means not everyone's going to make it to 20. It scares me, but we have to talk about it. Defending and protecting teenage girls means making a conscientious effort to change how we interact with them, to reevaluate how we look at them. It's hard, like really hard. I'm still doing it, my friends are still doing it, my mom's still doing it. It's quite long, but it's necessary. So, next time you hear a joke at our expense, maybe think before you laugh. It's probably not that funny. No. And when your daughter talks about that new boy band with cute hair and the, synchronized dancing, don't roll your eyes. Maybe ask her about their music. And when you look up from your TSLE or whatever else is suitably pretentious for a middle schooler, and you see those other girls talking about the latest books in the new series, the one with the minimalist cover and the cheesy name, put a bookmark in yours. Go over to them and ask them what their favorite characters are. Then ask them what they might be doing this weekend. See if you can do it together. And if your student is wearing a crop top and asking about the latest innovations in biotechnology, focus on the latter. That's who she is. They're little things, I know. But girls, 20 million is a really big number. And we're just 13% of the population. Imagine what 300 million could do. Something the little seems a lot. I took a selfie before coming out here. I took a selfie while I was out here. You all remember. For 2 reasons. One, this is awesome and I wanted to be on my Instagram because I need to prove I was here. Second, is that selfies are something I know teenage girls get a lot of flack for. I was told by a man I deeply respected it's a symptom of a narcissistic generation. Probably. I don't know. But I have a different idea. There's a phenomenon in psychology called the mere exposure effect. In oversimplified layman's terms, it means the more you're exposed to something, the more you learn to like it. Right? Seems simple. I think in this world, when we are told that we are not worth time or effort, a consistent stream of positivity coming from our own selves is a way for teenage girls to learn to like who they are. We put it online because that's where some of our lives are spent. We share it with our friends because that's who we care about. So next time you see a selfie on your feed, don't just think millennials, God. But instead, look at it in a new way. Add a like to it. Show some love. Try to understand this in a new light. And make this your refrain. Defend, protect, and love. The little things.